Hi, I'm Monty McKinnon. Thank you for joining me. I just was upstairs and I posted an article in the community section on the channel that I think you might be interested in. It's all about passion and starting a business and following it, so you might want to check that out. I've come down here today for two reasons. One, we have an unboxing. I understand on YouTube that's what they call this, unboxing. In my day, we'd call this opening a package. But at any rate, unboxing or opening a package, here we go. Get my pocket knife going here, which is pretty sharp. And I think I know what this is about. My wife brought this in off the front porch last night and said, "What have you ordered now?" I said, "I build guitars, you know that? And I need parts." Oh, I know what this is. This is excellent. Thank you so much. Some Starbond glue. That's the medium. This is the thin. This is the accelerator. And this is for when I stick my hands together. This is the debonder. Well, that's great. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can see the customs open that. Let me tell you, there is not a single part of this guitar, everywhere on this guitar, I have used my Starbond CA glue. Absolutely. When it comes to, for example, doing the bindings where you bend this and you bend all the wood, you do the best you can, you tape it in place, you get it nice and tight, but there's usually the odd space here. What happens is when I put this on here, I use the thin and I flood this whole area. And on both sides, in the front, all around, I flood the shell all up and around here, and down the back, I flood it all up in there, because you don't ever want that coming apart, and you don't ever want it to break or anything of that nature. So the Starbond holds it all together extremely well. Also, you'll find some pinholes from time to time in your work, and you can fill it with the thin, which is a wicking glue. That is, when you got your two boards nice and tight together, it just wicks its way down in. For example, if you have a split in the top of your guitar anywhere along here, you might want to put some tape on either side of it and then get it humidified so it comes together, because usually a split is caused by lack of humidity. And then once it's together, just hit the thin, just a thin bead. And let me show you something that they've got in here, because these people do it right. See these little plastic tips? You can't see it because of the camera and how far away we are. But these are little plastic tubes that fit on the top of the nozzle here. And then they just simply go around the edge and they just put a drop. So you're not making a mess and putting glue everywhere. They even give you this in the package, which is outstanding. So that's really decent of them to do that. And they give you a couple of tops, because the tops do get crudted up with glue. After a while, you're using it, and it builds up, and you can throw the top away and go start fresh with another one. They've thought of everything at Starbond, so thank you so much, Starbond. And by the way, folks, if you do want some glue, and you're going to need it if you're doing any kind of building, if you want some glue, make sure you use my name, McKinnon15, at checkout, and you give it a 15% discount. So that's pretty good. I appreciate that, and thank you. Now, Vic, this is for you. Vic has been writing me and asking me about this particular neck rest for the guitar. Now, the way I did this initially was I just went like this, and I put that down there, and I said, okay, that's about 3 inches. And I made this is 3 pieces of wood. And I took the first piece, which is 3 inches, and I just simply cut out a little bit of a hollow here. Now, you can do that in a number of ways. You can use a skill saw, you can use a Forstner bit and just drill it out and cut it in half. That will work. Or you can bump it up on a spindle sander and just let it you know, go nice and smooth. Whatever you want to do. You can cut this out by hand. Use a coping saw if you need, and then just take something nice and round, a piece of PVC pipe that is this long, wrap some sandpaper on it, and just go at it like this. Let me show you. This is a piece of PVC pipe. You'd put sandpaper around here, and you just simply go like that until you got it smooth and got it the way you want it. So it works nice and easy to do that. Now, what I did is I glued this base on here. Now, I gotta tell you, this is pretty funny. For a guy who makes guitars, you'd think I'd know how to use a tape measure. Okay, this is 3 inches wide. This is 3.5 inches. So I screwed that piece here onto this piece here and found it was too low. So I went and I got another piece of wood, and so this piece of wood is 4.5 inches by 3 inches, and then I screwed that, or actually I glued it, onto this. Now, in order for this not to move, I took some of this mat. I had cut off a strip because I had torn it accidentally here, so I just cut it off and I ended up with this. And I put a little strip here and here so that when that is on there or it's on here, it's not going to move on you, all right? Now, the other thing I did is I took a piece of this is what's left, and I put it like this, and I glued it in place. Now, can you guess what kind of glue I used on this? If you said Starbond medium glue, you'd be right. And then I hit it with the accelerator, so I kept it like this. And I simply bent the sides over, put down paper towel, and then just wrap some masking tape around it, and that's it. It's as simple as that. There you go. So now you got yourself an armrest. Now, I am going to have a cup of tea. It's time for me to get upstairs. It's a beautiful day. I've written in the community section. There are links down below for you. And thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.